Let's see what the yogic sciences say about diet and lifestyle. To succeed in your search for health and well-being, you need to establish a diet and lifestyle that will sustain and promote a positive approach. The yogic diet, developed by yogis long ago as they strove for mastery over the self, can be a tool for life. The yogis realized that diet has a profound effect on both the mind and body, and that you cannot attain true mastery over your mind without balance in your diet and lifestyle. Using their highly developed internal awareness, yogis classified food into three categories: tamasic or impure foods, which had a negative or harmful effect on the body and mind and actually drained the resources; rajasic or stimulating, which tended to raise the levels of physical activity and lead to emotional upsurges and detrimental in the long run; and sattvic or pure, which were the most health promoting, adding vitality and energy to the whole body in a balanced way. In general, tamasic foods today are stale, tasteless, or actually spoiled, and include those with a foul odor, those that contain artificial additives, and those that are overprocessed or produced by factory farming. They are also foods that lead to dependency, such as alcohol or coffee. These foods make you dull, lazy, drowsy, and unable to think clearly. Rajasic foods are spicy, excessively sour, bitter, pungent, roasted, toasted. Concentrated sources of protein such as meat, fish, and eggs are also Rajasic. These make you physically active but also make you aggressive and restless. Sattvic foods are organically grown natural foods. They are the purest, those that are fresh, fragrant, and tasty. They are without additives such as fresh vegetables and fruits, cereals, dairy products, nuts, and seeds. These help to maintain a clarity of thought, decision making, and intellectual and contemplative thinking. They also increase your vitality and energy and health and make you more joyful and cheerful and calm. While practicing yoga, you should use sattvic foods. Try to reduce the variety of foods you eat as well, and allow yourself to see that your happiness does not depend on eating many kinds of tasty foods. Mastering such cravings for food without losing your poise and happiness in life is a path of yoga comparable in importance to asanas, pranayama, meditation. The aim is to achieve moderation, which is the basis of a balanced diet in yoga, and remove overindulgence in any form of food. Start gradually, cutting down not only the variety but also the quantity and frequency of food consumption. In the first few weeks of yoga, you have no snacks between meals, and start reducing your consumption of stimulant drinks such as tea, coffee, and soft drinks. Have only 3 meals a day or even 2. When you first start to do this, you might feel unpleasant symptoms such as headache, nausea, or loss of concentration. This is because your body is clearing accumulative toxins from your tissues. Be careful not to eat too little. If you start to feel dizzy or faint or even slightly tired or edgy, you may have hypoglycemia. In that case, revert to your former diet until you have consulted a doctor. Hypoglycemic people need to eat small portions of food at frequent intervals to maintain their blood sugar levels during the day. The way you eat is also important in yoga. Eating is regarded as a sacred act. Try to have your meals in a quiet and pleasant frame of mind, giving full attention to the food and allowing your body to turn over its resources to the task of digestion, which is disturbed if you are under stress or distracted. Do not read or watch TV while you eat. Just chat or quietly enjoy the food, you will find that you utilize it more effectively, and many minor digestive problems will spontaneously clear up. The same yogic principles as for diet apply to other aspects of daily life. The general aim is to establish a well ordered, calm life. Make your surroundings clean and pleasant yet simple, extending this principle to dress and major elements of your environment. Seek to create a life that enhances awareness and sensitivity both of yourself and of others. Try and establish a set of do's and don'ts, a code for living that you feel comfortable with, and avoid acting in ways that give rise to conflict within you. Yogis have developed a traditional set of don'ts or yamas. These include ahimsa, the principle of non-violence made famous by Gandhi. But there are others such as avoiding untruth, excessive possessions, or overindulgence in sex. These principles may not suit you, but you can construct a code for yourself based on your own ideals. Also, try to promote positive actions that benefit yourself and others. Traditional yogic do's or niyamas include cleanliness in all parts of life, maintaining enthusiasm and joy, perseverance, self analysis and introspection, and love of God. Again, these may not be views that you feel you can share wholeheartedly. It is up to you to search within yourself to find what you want to do. Trying to raise your level of consciousness and its expression in actions is a challenge. But if you persevere, you will soon begin to learn the art of self-responsibility and of living at peace with yourself and your environment. Aim to broaden your horizons. Try to develop tolerance, sensitivity, compassion in your views, in your relationships. When the ability to live in peace with yourself and others becomes second nature, your whole life will become joyful. This will create the right basis for the growing unity of humanity as we approach the next coming challenging decade. And this is what yogis and yogic sciences have to put it as simply as that.